What's going on today, YouTube? I'm going to make sure the microphone is working. Okay. Anyway, today we got the San Francisco 49ers. Earlier today you saw the Arizona Cardinals video, and now we got the 49ers, and that'll close out the NFC West, and then we'll be through the NFC North, AFC West, NFC West. So, on an overlook of their team, I have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Eric Armstead, Charvarius Ward, I believe, went over from the Chiefs. It's one of those two. I'm pretty sure L'Jarius Sneed still plays for the Chiefs. So I think it was Charvarius Ward. You got Jaquiski Tart. I can't remember their other safety's name. It's right in this forefront of my mind, but I cannot remember who it was or who it is. And you got Dre Greenlaw, who's a very underrated linebacker. So I think this defense is going to be really, really good this year if everyone can stay healthy, especially if Nick Bosa can stay healthy. I believe if Nick Bosa can stay healthy and is healthy, he's a top 3 edge rusher, which doesn't include we'll just say top 3 edge rusher. I think he can be stellar. I think he is better than Joey talent-wise, but obviously Joey has been in the NFL longer. Moving on to offense, this is obviously going to be Trey Lance's year. This is going to be Trey Lance's year to show why Kyle Shanahan, if you saw the comment on one of my other videos, took him at number 3 overall over Mac Jones, Justin Fields, those kind of guys. So this is your year, Trey Lance. You got to come out. You got to show out. You got to prove why Kyle Shanahan made the move for you over Mac Jones and Justin Fields, and also Jimmy Garoppolo, who was already slotted in as quarterback 1. It's weird that the 49ers did that when they, same GM, same coaching staff, all that stuff, same owner, paid Jimmy Garoppolo $125 million over 5 years or something, or whatever it was a few years back and before Trey Lance was drafted, but a couple of years now. I can't even remember. It was around 2018, around there. But other than that, they got Deebo Samuel, who was a top 10 wide receiver, no doubt. Just his pure athleticism and rack ability just makes him so good. Brandon Ayuk, I think, is a great underrated number 2 wide receiver. You got George Kittle, who obviously, if can be healthy, is one of the best tight ends, most physical tight end in the league. Honestly, if he continues his pace, could be one of the better tight ends in NFL history. You got a great running back room, headlined by Elijah Mitchell, who's looked great last year in Kyle Shanahan's system. And a great offensive line. Trent Williams was the highest graded PFF player in the NFL last year, so that certainly helps Trey Lance's development without having to, worry about his blind side and stuff like that. For their record, I have them dropping the very first game against. That's not correct. That is not correct. I don't know why that was marked like that. They obviously beat the Bears. The Bears are not going to be very good this year. I do think that this could honestly be one of the easier games for the 49ers this year. They do have a very not so favorable schedule down the stretch. They pick up the game against the Seattle Seahawks. If you watch the Seahawks video, I don't think they're going to be very good. I do think this year will propel their rebuild very, very good. Very, very good. Very well. In week 3, I have them losing the game against the Denver Broncos. I think a lot of these games, like I said in the couple of videos, depends on whether Trey Lance can come out and be the guy or be a guy. It's a weird way to say it, but it kind of makes sense. If Trey Lance comes out and is the guy, I think the 49ers are going to do a lot better than their ending record. But it also depends, like I said, on Trey Lance. Week 5, I have him picking up the game against the Panthers, and then week 6, I have him picking up the game against the Falcons. I think it's for the same reason. The 49ers are just better. I don't think the Falcons are going to be good this year at all. And then with the quarterback carousel that the Panthers have had since Super Cam, I just think it makes it hard for them to win because they don't have a solid player at the most important position in football. In week 7, I have them dropping the game against the Chiefs, and then in week 8, I have them dropping the game against the Rams. I think these are very comparable losses as they just come to just teams being able to outscore them. I think the Rams will have way better offense then the 49ers can withstand. And the same thing with the Chiefs. I think this could be the start of when the Tyreek Hill funk gets out of their system. Week 9 is their bye. Week 10 they lose against the Chargers. I think that the Chargers can be absolutely great this year. They could be, like the Chargers, same old Chargers. Week 11, I have them beating the Arizona Cardinals. I think this is right where Kyler Murray starts to, take his slight downfall and then fall off a cliff towards the end of the year. Week 12, I have them losing this game against the not against the 49ers, against the Saints. I just think this one honestly feels like a trap game to me. This Week 16 loss to the Commanders could also be a trap game as well. But I think the Saints are a sneaky good team. They have a really good wide receiver room, have a really good defense. Their offensive line got worse this year, obviously with the loss of Teron Armstead. But, they still have Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk, so could still be really good. And obviously the Saints can play as good as a healthy Jameis Winston can. Week 13, I have him picking up the game against Miami Dolphins. I don't think Tua's going to be good. I really don't. I don't think he's, even with all these weapons, he's going to be, a top-tier quarterback. Week 14, I have him losing Tampa. I was going to say Tom Brady, but it is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just think with Tom Brady at the helm, anything is possible for the Buccaneers. Week 15, I have him beating the Seahawks. Week 16, I just have them winning out after Week 15. The Seahawks, Commanders, Raiders, and Cardinals. I think this all plays into the fact that right here in Week 14 loss to the Bucs could propel them to realize that if they want to make the playoffs or if they want to make a stand for the playoffs or a better seeding or anything like that, they need to really step it into gear. And Seahawks obviously not a hard opponent. The Commanders are obviously not a hard opponent, and then you got two hard games depending on how Kyler Murray plays to end the year. But I think overall the 49ers are better than the Raiders, and I think if Kyler Murray falls off the cliff like he normally does, it's a easy game into the playoffs, but that all depends on how Kyler Murray plays. Overall, that's why I was wondering. The record fixed itself after obviously I gave the Bears their righteous loss. Record overall of 10-7, 4-2 in the division, then being number 5 seed in the NFC. I do think that is very, very, very likely for the 49ers. I don't think they have a chance to win the division, but injuries, tough breaks, stuff like that can obviously change the whole landscape of the NFL and NFC in particular. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. A lot of these can go either way. Obviously the 49ers could not fall for the trap in Week 12 to the Saints, and I think the Saints could very easily win this game. Like I said, just depends on how well Jameis Winston plays. I don't think there's any other real games that could go either way. But obviously the Broncos won, like I said. This very first Rams game could go either way, as it is in Santa Clara. But I don't think there's any other ones. This Chargers game, depending on how Chargers play. But I think that's going to be it. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to comment down below what takes you think I missed on and what takes you think I hit on the head. Other than that, subscribe to help the channel grow to other people so they can see me and my bad takes or my good takes, whichever one you decide to be true. Peace.